So we have a lot of news to get to here today. First, the Red Sox have agreed to terms with their third baseman, Rafael Devers. It's reported Rafael Devers and the Red Sox are finalizing an 11-year deal that is said to be worth $331 million, according to MLB.com's Mark Feinsand. Now I have to say, this move, in my opinion, is very confusing for the Red Sox. Now I understand that Devers is one of the very few fan favorites left in Boston. So I get it from that standpoint, from a fan base perspective. The fans love Rafael Devers. He's a great hitter, and he's going to now be a lifelong Red Sox. But still, when it comes to the contract, the numbers, the amount of money, I think that's a bit of an overpay. I think I know why the Red Sox ownership did this. Number one, they dropped the ball on Xander Bogaerts, who I think deserves that money from the Red Sox more than Rafi Devers does, because he plays a more premier position. And now a counter argument to that point might be, well, you know, Devers is 26, and Bogaerts, he's 30. That's a 4-year difference between the two, and that's a justification as to why Devers got 330 and they didn't want to give Xander Bogaerts anywhere near that, which that's a valid point, that really is, but you have to remember the Red Sox offered Mookie Betts $300 million and he walked to LA for $360-something million or something like that. That, you know, opens up the question, well, okay, well, who was truly more valuable to the Red Sox? Was it Betts? Some may say yes. Was it Bogaerts? A lot may say yes. Or was it Devers? And some may say yes. Where am I on that, you know, Bogaerts, Betts, and Devers argument is who was the most valuable player for the Red Sox? Probably Bogaerts, because played shortstop. Now, of course, Devers is a third baseman. Typically, you may say, well, you can move him over to short when he gets older. Well, I would argue shortstop isn't any easier than third base. Usually, a shortstop moves from short to third or from short to first when they get older, not from third to short. That's not how it works. So, in my opinion, I think the most valuable piece to the Red Sox since 2018, you could argue, was Xander Bogaerts, and again, he walked to San Diego. Simple terms, they overpaid for Rafi Devers here because of what has transpired with the team the past few months. Now next, speaking of another former Red Sox, Eric Hosmer, yeah, he has signed a new contract with the Cubs. This is another alleged deal, according to ESPN's Jesse Rogers. Now, neither side has confirmed the news, but I think this is a great pickup for the Cubs. Any team, preferably my Tigers, I thought could have used him, but again, they have Torkelson at first base, so I get it. You want to give the rookie a chance. But I think this is a steal for the Cubs right here. Eric Hosmer, again, former Red Sox, was really, really good in San Diego prior to the trade deadline, fell off tremendously once he arrived in Boston. The Cubs are going for this. We're going to pick up guys who had really bad years, i.e. Cody Bellinger, right here with Eric Hosmer. The Cubs are trying to build a team, a nice team, that is filled with stars, Suzuki and Swanson, and former stars who are looking to bounce back in a big way in 2023, like Hosmer and Bellinger. So I think right here, steal for the Cubs. Apparently, they only have to pay him a league minimum. He's still under contract with the Padres for another 3 years, so the Padres have to pay Eric Hosmer the remainder amount of money for that deal for the next 3 years. So the Cubs bargain right here. I think he'll do really well in Chicago, like I expect Bellinger to do. Two nice left-handed bats in that lineup for Chicago. And I think, you know, they can, you know, possibly have a chance to overthrow the Brewers and even maybe the Cardinals here in 2023. And finally, the D-backs have a deal in place to bring back right-hander Zach Davies. According to MLB.com, the club has not confirmed the deal. If this deal is true, it will guarantee Davies $5 million and could pay him up to an additional $3 million in incentives. So again, he could get a grand total of $8 million from the D-backs if everything goes right for Davies in the desert. He posted a 4.09 ERA across 27 starts last season with the D-backs his first year in the desert. And now he's an 8-year veteran. Now if you can recall, Davies' best spurt in the big leagues came back in 2021 with the Cubs. during the first half. If you're a D-backs fan, you're hoping to catch lightning in a bottle. I think this deal is safe for the D-backs. What else are they going to do? They got to have somebody pitch. Again, they're kind of like the Cubs. The Cubs are in a better position than the D-backs right now, in my opinion. But they're just trying to pick up pieces on really cheap deals with incentives, entice them to come on over. If everybody does well in Arizona and in Chicago, these two teams could be fighting for a wild card spot in the senior circuit, which I think is great for the game and great for those two organizations. That's all I got. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts. I'll catch you guys later.